Johnny Dollar.
Paul Ferris here.
Ferris.
That's right.
And where is here?
New York City.
Oh, yeah. Worldwide Mutual Insurance.
Right.
Well, hi, Paul. I haven't talked to you since that little problem with Tony Valentine.
Well, then you remember him.
Are you kidding? When that little punk found out I was on his trail, he made a lot of big talk about getting me before I could get him.
Yeah, I know,
When I
Johnny.
finally turned him over to the police there in your fair city, he started making with the threats all over again. But as long as he's safely behind the bars now,
He was,
why worry
Johnny,
about him? What's the... What did you say?
I said Tony Valentine was behind bars, but a few days ago, he and a con named Sandy Reinhardt broke out of that little upstate prison.
No kidding.
A couple of nights ago, they pulled a red light robbery on a dark side street right here in the middle of the city.
Tony's old racket, huh?
Yeah. And to top things off, they pulled a gun and killed the driver of the car they'd stopped, a man named Barton Osborne.
Tony Valentine is not a killer.
Well, one of them did it.
Well, why call on me, Paul? Isn't this a police matter?
Osborne is, or was, one of our policy holders.
Oh, I see.
A policy for close to $75,000. So when the heirs tell us to get in the ball, we get on the ball. Also, Johnny, since you know Valentine, you know his tricks and how to handle them.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. The Worldwide Mutual Insurance Company, New York City office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Two's a Crowd matter. So Tony Valentine, one of the original red light bandits, was on the loose again. The case I thought I'd solved a couple of years ago was far from closed, especially now with a killing involved. But before getting into the old expense account, let me tell you the rest of my conversation with Paul Ferris of the insurance company.
Now, wait a minute, Johnny.
No, Paul. In spite of his threats to me, Tony Valentine never had a reputation as a killer.
Nonetheless, Johnny.
Sure, he'd drive around at night, flashing red light at expensive-looking cars, posing as the highway patrol. When they stopped him, he'd wave a pistol at them. But he was never known to pull the trigger.
Well, then maybe the police theory is right. That the killing was done by Sandy Reinhardt, the con who escaped with him.
What police, Paul?
Well, when you get down here, contact Lieutenant Randolph Singer.
Randy Singer, 18th Precinct?
That's right.
Well, fine. He's an old pal of mine.
He'll be able to give you far more detail than I can.
Right, Paul. I'm on my way. Crutchfield. And there I spent item 5, $50 deposit on a rental car. And I tore on to town, to police headquarters.
No, Mr. Dollar. We haven't turned up a single lead on this Tony Valentine. I suspect he must have just passed on through.
Okay. Now, Captain, did you yourself talk to Lieutenant Singer of the New York Police Department?
Yep. He told me about Mike Thomason. Sergeant Thomason.
Has he been here? Have you seen him?